Hello friends, my name is Joey and today I am going to be telling you guys some paranormal experiences. I would like to start off by saying sorry about the lighting. I have like a big bay window in front of where I'm sitting, and literally no matter where I moved throughout my whole house, it was either too dark or way too bright. So I'm settling for this. Sorry. Let's see. So, let's start off with this. My parents have gotten a divorce, like, maybe when I was 13, and I lived in a lot of houses, including my childhood home, which I'm at right now, and then plus, like, 4 or 3 different other houses with my dad. So, I have a lot of experiences. I live in a town where everywhere you go is basically has so much history and a lot of weird stuff goes on. But anyways, if I do sound weird and if you hear me sniffling, it's because I got a cold. I live in Colorado and it just snowed and now it's sunny, so we have a lot of weird weather changes that I can't handle. Okay, so I guess let's start with my childhood home. Maybe about, where do I want to start? I'll go ahead and just, I guess, tell you guys some stories of my mom and my brothers from here. So, let me start off with the history. This whole, like, land that me and my family are living on used to be a dairy farm owned by one family, and I guess they ended up having to sell, and once they did, they kept like quite a lot of a big area of what used to be the dairy farm. So right now on my side of the block is all like random people. We don't know each other except for where we live. Like now we know each other, of course. But then on the other side of the block, there is this weird river, and on that side is the whole family, the whole descendants of the dairy farm owners. So it goes like the grandma and grandpa, some of their kids over here, and then some of their kids' on this side, that side of the block. So it's literally all family over there, which is cool. We all grew up together basically. But anyways, so after that, you know, in dairy farms and places like that, it's a lot of negative energy. A lot of things happened there. So yeah. Anyways, after they built these homes, the first I guess owner of this house that I'm at was an owner, the priest, like the father, you know, and also the mortician for a funeral home that's literally 2-3 blocks away. So yeah, you can just imagine like the stuff that I guess he would bring home, if he would even bring anything home. But there's that. So anyways, let's see. So when my dad bought this house, my mom moved in. Obviously, she had her 2 sons. My brothers are my stepbrothers, but they're still my brothers. They're still family. And I love them as if they came from the same dad. But what was I going to say? Anyways, let's see. When my mom first moved in, my brothers lived downstairs when they lived here, and my dad's father, like his dad, my grandpa, lived in what was essentially going to be my room when I came. Unfortunately, I never got the chance to meet my dad's dad, my grandpa, from my dad's side, because he did pass away. He passed away in this home, in the room, and so I never got to meet him. But when I came along, the room that he passed away in became my room. one of the first experiences, I guess, I remember is I was having like this weird dream, and in my dream I woke up from like a dream, I guess. And I looked out the window, and in my front yard was tombstones, and then there was a dark, like, black shadowy figure standing right there just staring at me, where these two tombstones were. Sorry, hi, I can't talk. And so the whole reason why I ended up getting up to look out my window in this dream was because I seen a silhouette of a cat. And so that's why I looked out the window in the first place. But when I was staring at this figure, I distinctly remember hearing two different voices, a girl and a boy's voice, saying, "I got Joey." And it was just like doing that over and over and over again. And it was to the point where I find, like, even when I woke up, I could still hear it. And so I ended up running to my mom. And at this time, my dad did work at an graveyard job. So he wasn't here, so I ran with my mom and I slept with her. The lighting is getting so much worse. I'm gonna just hurry up right now. So after that, I ended up just not wanting to sleep in my room. I would sleep in my mom's room with my mom because my dad was never home, so it worked out. But little did I know, my mom actually told me this, is that the whole time I was there, sleeping with her downstairs, like, it was a totally, completely different other story, to where my brother Aljan, he's the oldest, and Robbie, he's the middle child. My brothers, Aljan would wake up and he would go out and he would see Robbie in the corner, in the far corner of our basement, sitting there crying his head off. And, like, he would go get my mom or whatever because he would get scared. And my mom would go down there and say, like, "What's going on? What's wrong? You know, like, talk to me." And he would just say, like, they told me I had to come and get here and I had to stay here or else they're going to hurt you. And, like, my mom was so confused about it. She was like, "Who is they? Who's in the house? Like, there's nobody here but us. Stop." And he was like, "No." And so there was that. I did forget to mention for a little bit, I have a half sister with my dad. For a little bit, my half sister did stay here, and she had a lot of problems, a lot of issues going on, but she wasn't a good person to be around, and she didn't like me because I'm daddy's little girl, and, you know, so yeah, she didn't like me. So for those reasons, she had to go away. I don't even know if I should say this, but she would try a lot of things to hurt my brothers also. So that her not liking me isn't the reason why she had to go isn't the reason why she had to go away to get help. It was because she would threaten my mom and my brothers also. And that's when my dad and her mom decided it was time for her to get help. She was doing good for a while she was on her medication, but she ended up falling into another dark hole when she met this guy who got her into this weird church where they would, like, dance around with snakes or whatever. She ended up she stopped her medication and she had to go get help again. And unfortunately, when she went to go get help again, God called her home. But at the time I was little, so I don't remember meeting her. I don't remember what she was like. But my mom, like, let me know if you guys want to hear some stories from my mom. She won't remember all of them because she did have breast cancer, and so she has a chemo radiation brain. But she swears that when she was in the basement, she heard, like, it just didn't feel right. It felt mean. It felt angry. And that's how my half-sister was. My mom essentially said it felt like her energy was there. And so my mom ended up saying, like, you know, you can't stay here. You need to go and get peace, find peace, whatever. And she said, she was like doing laundry, talking, saying this stuff out loud. And out of nowhere, she, like, it sounded like somebody came from the living room downstairs into our laundry room, like screaming like this. Like, I hate making this sound because it gives me chills, but she said it was like this, like like that, like evil, like like I'm gonna like hurt you, I'm gonna kill you. And so she ended up grabbing me and my brothers, and we ended up leaving and going to my grandma's. There is another house that I have to tell you guys that, and that's not all the experiences from this house. But before my mom moved into this house to be with my dad, she lived on this, we call it the lake house. It's not on the lake, it's on the street called Lake. And a lot of stuff happened there. And so, yeah. So let me know. I also lived there because that was my parents kept it when they were married as a rental property, and a lot of crazy things happened there when it was the rental property, and a lot of weird stuff. But when they got divorced, me and my dad ended up moving to that rental property because he got it under his name. That was part of the divorce, like, agreement, is that my dad would have the lake house, and my mom would have this house, my childhood home. Which is totally fine. I love this house. Like, I never want to get rid of it. Like, I love it. So, a lot of things happened there. A lot of things happened in the next place we moved into. So, if you guys are interested or liked hearing about this, I know it was a little bit crazy. This is my first video ever about talking about this. But I am more than happy to tell you guys some more experiences, and even maybe bring my mom or whoever it happened to at the time here also. So yeah, just let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and hopefully by next week, if you guys liked it, I'll have another one out. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.